Hello, I'm Vara,
And I'm Roxy.
and you're listening to VCR. Hey, Roxy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm great. Second time's a charm, I guess.
Yeah, right.
We've
What's
been
happening?
experiencing some technical difficulties here and there, so this is our second time recording the intro. But today's show is going to be an interesting one because we are going to jump into that almost Kevin Smith-like universe, but only focusing on one person. Today we're talking about Jason Mewes because a couple of weeks ago, me and Roxy went to go see his comedy show here
Mhm.
in Houston, and it was definitely an interesting show. Uh, but we saw him, enjoyed it, and now we're going to discuss it. We should talk about it like a couple of weeks ago, but
Couple
the
weeks.
issue was that we kept saying we're going to do Ed Gein, and Ed Gein got pushed off. And then
Because
we
somebody
finally
couldn't come and
did
did.
it. Yeah, we finally did. And then now we're going to jump into our next topic, which
Finally.
I know, seriously, which was Jason Mewes. So we went to see him at the secret spot. No, the secret group. That's what
The
it is.
secret group,
The
yeah.
secret group here in Houston. He came in. It was actually a pretty reasonable ticket, I'll say that. Um, and we went to go check him out. Did we have dinner before or after? Did we not have dinner?
I think after.
Okay, I can't. Oh, that's right. We went to your
Oh
favorite
yeah, we went to
little
the Korean barbecue place.
The Korean barbecue place. Okay, that's cool. Which was really delightful.
I love it.
I had not been to that particular spot, but that one was actually really good. Uh, but so we went to go check him out at the secret spot. I will say if you go there, there's plenty of parking. You just got to pay for the parking if you ever end up at the venue. And if you
Mhm.
go in there, I think Roxy was not as thrilled about their drink selection. They had pre-made mixed drinks.
To be fair, I am a little bougie when it comes to my drinks. So,
Definitely bougie when it comes to her
so you
drinks.
know,
Yeah.
if I wasn't, it would have been okay. But I
Hmm.
am very bougie about my cocktails. So.
Just a little bit. Uh, but yeah, it's kind of a trip. So it was an interesting start. We got there, we sat there, um, and the show begins. Now they have their opening comedian, who I didn't find to be that delightful, but
And I thought
apparently
he was funny.
Roxy thought this guy was hysterical. But
I wouldn't go hysterical, but he was funny.
she liked him compared to me. Like I couldn't get into him. Like don't get me wrong, he had some funny moments that I didn't find him to be that funny.
And I
And
found him hilarious because I could identify with
yeah,
them.
well, Roxy has something in common with the first comedian and Mr. Muse there. And what is that, Rox? I wonder what is it that you
I,
have in common? I don't know.
we all like a particular plant.
Hmm.
We all like to garden a little bit.
Yeah, we'll call it that. We'll definitely call it that.
Spicy
Uh,
gardening,
yeah, something that you can probably do in California and in New
but
York
not in
that you
Texas.
cannot do in Texas. But they have this partaking, this connoisseur type of thing going on. So they have that. So Roxy could relate to a lot more of the jokes than what I could because I don't do that type of gardening, so I don't know. But Roxy had a good time with that one, and then Jason comes out, Mr. Muse. Now here's the thing: we were sitting in the back corner, which is where the entertainers will enter through, right? And the entire time there's this guy standing there, and I was like, why is he just standing here by me? And I didn't recognize that that was him because I'm still looking for someone who looks like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. If
It
you're
was
not
because he had short hair.
short hair and he had a mustache and he had I will say he put on a little bit of weight there. But I was that's it threw me off because that's not what I was expecting. For those of you who are wondering who Jason Mewes is, if you're tuning in, you're like, who is this guy? He is, if you're familiar with Kevin Smith's Jay and Silent Bob, he is Jay. So, and everyone knows his song, Jay's song,
Yes,
which
love
everyone
that song.
sang as
As
soon as
soon as
he,
I heard it, I was like, yeah,
yeah.
I know this song.
Smoking
Smoking
weed,
weed.
doing so. We were
Drinking beers, beers, beers,
see,
rolling daddy, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts. Rolling blunts and smoking blunts.
oh my God. So clearly Roxy knows the
Oh,
song. But as soon as he comes out onto stage, that's what he starts with that. And then the whole audience kind of gets into it. Like,
yeah.
because it's a
And
famous thing,
it's so funny because like you wanted to get his entrance and like he's coming out and I'm like, why aren't you recording? And you're like, oh shit, that's
Yeah, that's oh my God, that's no, it seriously threw me off because like he did not look like what I guess I was expecting Jay. I don't know why.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
was expecting something with
The
long
yellow
hair.
jacket, the beanie, the
Yeah,
long
or
hair.
at
Like,
least looking like that. I did not realize I've never recognized him without the long hair and anything like that. So I was like, "Oh my God, that's Jason." And I was like, so it threw me off and she had to remind me to record because I
mm-hmm.
was like, "Huh." But the
What
guy
is
was
it?
standing right behind me the whole time during the other set. And not, I even got up to use the bathroom, and not once did I realize that was him. So I felt kind of stupid. I was like, I could have just gotten this man's picture, and I did
That's so
not do
funny.
that because I'm too busy, like, wondering where's Jay at?
Like,
Right?
where's he at?
Fucking,
Where's he at?
right? Fucking behind you the whole time.
That's funny.
But so he begins with a song. And I will say this, his act starts off strong. He is funny in the beginning. He's talking about his dating life and how he was trying to get laid back in the day and all this other
Yes.
stuff. And all those things were relatable and very funny, especially if you're like a guy growing up in that time period and like you're like any guy who's just starting off as a teen when your hormones are kicking in,
Yeah,
you're doing all these weird, stupid things to try basically try to get laid. And so
right.
he's talking about that and it's really funny. But I think the other thing that he was talking about that was really funny is like how he Jason Mewes, the actor, has had to go to rehab a few times because
Yeah.
it's these addiction problems here and there. And I think it's great that he's able to use the comedy to help him with that. But he brings out his journals, things that he's thinking
Yeah.
of while he's in rehab, because they want him to journal his stuff. And the shit he says is just so wild and
So off the
hysterical.
wall.
And I was like,
Oh
what?
my God.
I'm not gonna ruin that because you got to go check out his show to do it.
Yeah.
But he does that, and you're like, oh my God, and it's hysterical and it's relatable. Especially like I said, especially guys, teenage guys, or any guy who's gone through that. We have all gone through that. In that whole sense of like, oh yeah, I remember doing stupid shit like that.
Yeah, that totally happened.
I was like, yeah, that's completely relatable. Because I couldn't relate to the drug thing because I don't have a drug problem or anything like that. But like all the other stuff he was talking about was pretty damn good. The family thing and the wife thing I couldn't relate to either because of course I'm not married, I don't have kids, so it's not anything that I'm really aware of. But it was funny listening to it and watching him act it out.
What was
So
funny was watching the uncomfortableness of the dads that had their young sons there.
oh my God, yes. So there were a lot of dads there who had brought their sons, and I'm sure it's one of these things like, oh my God, this guy's great, and it's like a bonding moment. I don't think they thought that through. They did
Not
not
at
think
all.
that was that because some of that shit that he was saying was kind of uncomfortable even for
It
me to
really
listen
was.
to. And I was like, especially that thing where he's talking about like, and I was, God, this is kind of graphic, but he's talking about how he would fuck around with his junk and like tuck it into his sack and
Oh yeah.
stuff. And I was like, these sons and dads must be loving this moment right I was like,
Oh
this
my gosh.
this didn't get awkward at all.
Not at all.
So like, but it was weird. It was really weird. And then uh but it was fun. It was really fun. I think they even had pointed out there was one. It was a kind of reverse situation where it was a kid who loved the whole Jay and Silent Bob thing and brought his dad, which
Yeah.
which was strange because normally it's in reverse. Because normally you're a guy like my age who's reminiscing off of Jay and Silent Bob and wants to go, oh my God, like let's go check. They'll be great, you'll love it. And then your son's there, like, the fuck did you bring me to,
Like,
Dad?
why'd you bring me to this shit?
Why would you bring me? How'd you bring me to a whorehouse?
No.
That kind of
This is a
awkward, that kind of
whorehouse.
awkwardness. But it was interesting and it was funny. It was really funny. But then I will admit, so he starts off strong. He's doing all these bits. It's really good. But then for some reason, it kind of I don't know, what would you call it? It kind
They
of
like teetered out. I don't know
it
what happened. It just kind
Yeah,
of like went
something
flat.
happened. It did teeter out, and I don't know if that was because of the crowd. Sometimes the audience plays a factor, like the energy type of situation.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know if it was the energy, if it was him, but then it resulted into we're gonna play games for merchandise. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was
Yeah,
like,
at that part, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go.
Roxy was done, and I was because I paid for the ticket. I'm like, no, we're gonna watch this. But then Roxy,
I was like, no, he's done. Like they're
yeah,
gonna play a game. Like we can go now.
and then Roxy was like, yes, we need to go. And then I think she summed it up with, I'm hungry, and I was like,
Yeah. I was like, no, let's go. I'm hungry.
I
He's
couldn't,
done.
I couldn't argue with that either. I was like, I was hungry too. So, but the game that they were going to do was kind of, but that the one that we were leaving on was kind of weird. It was like they went and picked up some toys at Target, and it
Like
was like,
Nerf gun or some shit.
yeah, and then so the audience member shoots the target, right? So let's say he hits 5 targets in a row, then Jason has to hit 6 targets or something like that. He has to
Hmm.
beat Jason's score in order to get free merchandise. I was like, but you could tell it was something that wasn't really planned out. It
It
was
wasn't. They
just
were trying to
like,
pull it out their ass.
yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, we can go ahead and go to dinner.
We can go now.
We're good. We can go to dinner. I don't feel bad now. So but I will say this. Now they were very generous because they were telling people, like certain people that they were talking to, them, come by and get a free, pick out anything you want for free on the merch
Yeah.
table.
Come by the
I
merch
was
booth.
like, holy shit, anything for free on the merch table? I was like,
I have a question.
I have pick on me, please. She's super abusive. What can you do with that? Here's the kicker. We're not married. So, but yeah, that was kind of, they were very generous, very kind. But like when it came to the game thing, that's pretty much the show was over at that point.
Hmm.
So we left and we ended up going to one of Roxy's favorite Korean barbecue spots, which was, what was it called again?
Jen?
Jen. There in Midtown. And they were good, I will admit. And that was super reasonable. All the food that they gave us for that kind of a price, I was like, wow, this is very reasonable. And it was unlimited,
Hmm.
which blew my mind. I was like, oh, okay. But I'm gonna be honest, it didn't take much to fill my ass up because that was a lot of food.
It
Uh,
was. You get so much food.
I mean, the appetizers alone that they brought us were like gulp, 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 and then we're cooking the meats, and I liked all of them except for one, but other than that, the rest of it was
Yeah,
was
I
pretty.
forgot which one it was that you were like, I don't care for this one. There's not
Yeah,
enough flavor. I was like, give it to me.
yeah, the rest of it was
I'm
great,
eating.
and that one wasn't the best, but the rest of them were just magnificent. So I
Hmm.
really enjoyed that place. So I'll definitely, and it's just a few blocks away from where I work. So I was like, why don't I come here a little more often?
Right?
So like, and apparently
You're
there's
welcome.
thank you, thank you. So, but then I realized it was Roxy. But see, I didn't know the parking situation, so I went and I parked at my office because I was like, this. I see it on the corner. I didn't know where the parking situation was, and Roxy's all like, "Where the fuck are you?" And I'm like, "I'm parking." And she said, "Where the fuck did you park at?" "I'm in the garage." I was like, "I parked at my office." And she's like, "Why? There's parking here." And I'm like,
I'm
being cheap, also thinking that they're going to charge me for parking.
like, no, it's free parking. Just
I'm like,
park.
oh, okay. You should have led with that. Over there parking and walking a few blocks down because I was like, I'm not paying for parking. I have free parking right here.
Right.
I was like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, you should have said something. But dinner was delightful, and the show itself was actually pretty delightful. Like I said, it started off strong. He's not a bad comedian. He is good. It started strong. Like I said, something happened. And I think to me it was may have been the energy that the audience was feeding to him kind
Hmm.
of fizzled at some point. So I'm not going to say it was him because I was enjoying him quite a bit. I mostly enjoyed his pervy stuff and
You
uh,
would.
I did. I enjoyed his pervy. It was funny. The pervy stuff was funny. And the weird little sound he was making for like
Oh my God, I wish I could remember that
when he
sound.
was busting a
Was it
nut,
like
it was
tickety-doo,
so
tickety-doo, or
yeah,
something
I
like
could
that?
it sounded like some Russian guy.
Tickety-doo.
I was like, what the fuck? That in itself was fucking hysterical because like pow or douche or something, whatever he was doing. It,
Tickety-doo, tickety-doo,
it
something like
was,
that.
and I looked at Rox. I was like, what the fuck is that? But it was so funny
I was
because
like, is
I
that
never really heard
that's the
that
sound
for
you
a
make?
I never really heard that for a busting a nut sound. I was like,
It
what
was
the
crazy. I was
hell
like,
is that? And so I lost it a few times listening to that because it was so damn funny. So I'm not gonna say it was him. I liked him. I definitely liked him better than the first one. Um, I think, like I said, something definitely fell off at the end, and I can't say that this. I've never seen any of his other shows. I know he has a lot of shows, so he has to be doing something right because
yeah,
he wouldn't be touring nationally if he was doing something wrong. You know what I mean?
yeah, true.
So, but I'm gonna say that that kind of completes my Kevin Smith universe thing because Kevin Smith, like many years ago, God, like I think it's been over 10 years.
Oh well.
Kevin Smith rolled into Houston, and he had a stand-up comedy show for a minute, and his was at House of Blues, and I went to that, and this was before he had lost the weight. He was still very, very much wearing a robe on stage type of thing. But
Yeah.
he was hysterical. He really was. I love Kevin Smith. And actually, me and the bestie Sophia went to go see Kevin Smith, and he was great. So now I've
I
seen
think I
both
would probably enjoy a Kevin Smith show more than
more than Jay, and
yeah.
I think you would. I honestly, if you would enjoy either one, I think you would enjoy Kevin Smith more. But I think you can relate more to Jay, though.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I feel like he is the kind of he's more for men, like perverted,
No, I will
like
agree. He
he's
is.
for like the young. I don't know. He's a man's comic. Like that
Yes,
his stuff to me, I laughed at some of it. Some of it I was just like, not that funny.
I'm gonna say he
But
is more of a man's kind of man show opposed to Kevin Smith, was more like everyone is
yeah.
included. And I'm not saying that Jay excludes anyone,
No,
but
I
his
know.
is more, and it's not deliberate or anything like that. But sorry, dogs are over here. But his
It
is
gets
more geared
it
to
gets
guys, I guess,
yeah,
you
like it's
know.
more geared to like, what is it like the late night raunchy TV, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the kind of crowd that is for. But I mean, it was funny. Some of it was
He
funny.
was good. Now, I personally now I know Roxy, and I'm pretty sure I know what Roxy would say if I asked this question. So Roxy, if Jay rolled through again, I mean Jason, would you want to go see
No.
him again? No, okay, there you go. So
No.
I personally would. I would definitely go check him out again. But and next time I'll probably ask my cousin, one of my cousins, if they want to go because I know you wouldn't want to. But like I
There
am.
was a comedy show on the other side. I
Mhm.
was trying to sneak into that bitch.
Who was on the other
I don't
side?
know. I didn't get to see, but I saw that there was a show going on
And
because
see, I
somebody
forget
came to
they
the
have.
restroom at the same time.
Yeah, I forget they have another room back
Hmm.
there, and but that definitely has to be a smaller room. Now, me and you have
No,
never.
it's actually a little bit bigger.
Is it?
Hmm.
Huh. Well, me and you have never been, well, I have never been to that side. I've
I
only
have.
when I get my shows, it's always been in the side that we're in. So I didn't even know all that other stuff. So, but we kind of
Yeah, that side over there has its own bar and everything.
oh, we have to go outside for our bar. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But it was interesting. It was still pretty good. So I would definitely go check him out again. If I had to rate him, I'm gonna give him a B plus because he was good, but like I said, something did happen towards the end where it kind of fell off a little bit. Roxy, if you had to rate, I'm gonna assume you're not gonna give him a B plus, but what would you rate it, the show?
I would give him a C
A
plus
C plus? Okay, all right.
because
Because you
he's
did get some
kind of funny.
chuckles.
Like just enough to pass to be funny.
I thought he was great. But like when if I had if it was between him and Kevin Smith, I'd have to go with the Kevin Smith one because like I did that a long time ago, and also because Kevin Smith hasn't rolled through Houston
In a while. It's been
a
a long time.
long time. Like I said, that was House of Blues. Maybe that may have even been longer than 10 years ago,
Mm.
because God, yeah, it may have been longer than 10 years. But yeah, that was the last time I saw Kevin Smith and the last time he was rolled through. So, uh, but I enjoyed it. So I have to say my skew averse thing is complete because I saw them both. Uh,
Uh,
I know, right? So cool. I'm the coolest.
I didn't say all that. Calm down.
But yeah, that's pretty much what happened there. So that was our kind of fun evening a couple of weeks ago. So we'll kind of keep more comedy shows in line if we find anything good.
Any good ones coming to town?
Yeah, because sadly, Houston doesn't always have a whole lot of great comics rolling through. That's kind of kills me. Like they do to an extent, but they're at a different location, and that location, like price wise, doesn't really pan
What,
out.
improv?
Yeah, I was not gonna say
Yeah,
the
they don't
name.
even like when you go online, they do it by tables.
Yeah, they don't do individual seats, so you have to kind of do a table, which is
You have to
like,
go like with a group.
yeah, and it's like almost like 150 for the table, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pay that much, and then I gotta go find other people because like I know Roxy will join me, but then I gotta go find two other people to join, and that I'm pretty sure they have a drink minimum too.
Two
Opposed,
drinks
yeah, so then you gotta add that
each.
on top of that. Yeah. So that's kind of crazy. Opposed to a secret group where, hey, it's just the cost of the ticket. If you want a drink, get a drink. If not, hey, fuck it. But I like their setup. Like they have a cool venue. Secret group, I like
Yeah,
that dark, gothic kind of weird setup
right.
they got going on in there.
And
Uh,
it gives you that like seedy vibe,
it does. It's
but it's
like
not. It's completely safe.
like I shouldn't. It really is that I shouldn't be here kind of vibe,
Right.
Like, so, but I like it. I do like that. And it's a much more reasonable ticket compared to, I mean, I guess if we're talking price here compared to places, you know, what was both, because we've seen two shows there. I've seen Carter Anderson and we've seen Jason Mewes, and both of them were like $26 a ticket, which is very reasonable,
Reasonable, very
especially
reasonable.
compared to other places. So that was super reasonable, and it's a fun time. I think it's a fun, like if you were going to do a date night, I would say that wouldn't be a bad date night for
Yeah,
somebody. Like if you go get like two inexpensive tickets to a pretty good comic and then go from there to like dinner or before you do dinner, that's also, I will say the dinner places around that area are not that great. They're kind of blah. Because
Yeah.
we did that after one show, and it was,
After Carter Anderson, we went to that place.
yeah, and it wasn't all
I
that. It
forgot what it was
was,
called.
yeah,
It was pretty small. It was cute, but
it was cute, but like we
yeah, the food
just,
was meh.
yeah, we mostly just got appetizers, and the appetizers were pretty blah on its
Yeah.
own. And then we ended up jetting after that. But like in this case, going to Secret Group and then heading over to Jen, that was actually a fun night. So
Yeah.
if you want to copy that as like a date night, that would not be a
That'd
bad
be good.
date night.
Yeah, especially shit. Gin alone is a good date night. Like that
Oh
ambiance, that
yeah.
experience alone is great.
Jen is great, but like to throw in a show or something, that's also
Hmm.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Um, even if you're doing something else, like if you were doing like a show at the Alley Theater or the Houston Grand Opera
Or
or
you
the
just went
Hobby
to the
Center,
museum or something.
yeah, just I think Jen is a pretty good option for before and after. And Jen stays open kind of late. Like they're open till
Yeah, I
like
like that they
11.
have good like late hours.
Yeah, I think
I
they're open
think
till
they're open
11.
till midnight.
Maybe it was midnight.
And then I think on the weekends they're open till 1, I think.
Yeah, we got there pretty late because we were there
Hmm.
after the show, and I think they didn't close till like 11 or 12 or something like
Yeah.
that. And so we had plenty of time. But when we're leaving, we're damn near the only ones leaving
Yeah.
too. I was
It
like,
was us and then another table. And I was like, okay,
yeah,
we're not the only ones. Let's get the
yeah,
hell out
thank
of here.
God. Because it feels bad when you're the only table because it's like, oh, these
Like
poor
everybody's waiting
bastards.
for you to get the hell out so they
Yeah,
can go
they all
home.
want you to leave, and you're just there being
Take
a
your sweet ass
douche.
time.
Yeah, like get the fuck on, you
No, for real.
know?
Hell out of here. Damn it.
So yeah, that was a fun evening. But let's say you have another experience. Maybe you've seen Jason Mewes. Maybe you've seen a few others that you'd like to talk about. Maybe you have a better comedy spot to suggest here in Houston, Texas. You can do so at the VCR Show. Email us to the VCR Show at gmail.com. Check out our website, thevcrshow.com, which is mildly up to date. And then check out our social medias, especially our YouTube at the VCR Show. And should you want to do a haha moment or take someone to Jen, you can. I don't recommend it. It's expensive. But but you can on her social medias, which are
On Facebook at Roxy Perez Curvy Model, on Instagram at PopRocks428, and on TikTok at the Pop Rocks. And Pop Rocks is spelled Poproxx.
and as always, I'm Vara.
And I'm Roxy.
And you've been listening to VCR.
I think I'm Roxy.
I think
Bye.
I'm Roxy.
I'm Roxy. Bye.
Bye-bye. You have been listening to VCR, creative content by Richard Christopher Vara and Roxy Perez. Logo by Richard Christopher Vara with assistance from Annie Ramirez. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach us at thevcrshow@gmail.com or our social medias at Instagram and Twitter at the VCR Show. And you can also check out our content at thevcrshow.com. The show song is Addict by Nefex, instrumental, and you can find them on YouTube Music Library.